What's going on, everybody? This is Brian Mazik, aka Unique Mazik, the hardest working man in sports and gaming. And I got a video that I thought was pretty fun. This is about the #1 scoring or the all-time leading scorer in every NBA franchise's history. Now, some of these guys you're going to know automatically. Michael Jordan, Karl Malone, Dirk Nowitzki, maybe a couple others. But there's a few people on this list when you get to certain teams where you might actually be surprised at who is the #1 scorer in your favorite team or maybe your least favorite team's history. So we're going to go through every single team in alphabetical order. What's going on? Yes, if we can get 50 likes on this video, it would be outstanding. Put through a little bit of research here to find the right answers for this little video, so I appreciate it if you guys dug it. Also, subscribe and click that notifications bell. All right, first up, the Atlanta Hawks. Dominique Wilkins is the all-time leading scorer for the team with 23,292 points. There isn't really anybody close right now for Atlanta, so Nick will be there for the foreseeable future. Now, this one might have actually shocked some people. John Havlicek is the all-time leading scorer for the Boston Celtics with 26,395 points. Now, I'm betting that a lot of people might have thought that it would have been Larry Bird, but it's not. Larry Bird is actually third behind Paul Pierce for the Nets. So we're going back Brooklyn, New York, New Jersey, the whole nine. They haven't had a great history. Brook Lopez, believe it or not, is the all-time leading scorer with 10,444 points. Dig that. Charlotte Hornets. Hey, I did a video not long ago talking about his render in NBA 2K19, and I called him one of the most underrated players in the league. Charlotte Hornets, Kemba Walker is the all-time leading scorer in team history, 9,907 points. Now, that's Charlotte Hornets from 89 to 2002. That's Bobcats from 05 to 14. And then that's 2015 to the present. So, got a little mixed around there, but there you go. Chicago Bulls, hey, if you didn't know this, you probably just need to cut the video off and throw your laptop or phone on the ground and step on it. Michael Jordan's the all-time leading scorer in Chicago Bulls history. There you go. Cleveland Cavaliers is probably just as obvious. It should be King James. LeBron James, 23,119 points. Now, mind you, you might be looking at some of these and going, well, that person has more career points than that. These are the points scored in this particular team's uniform or with this particular team's organization. The Dallas Mavericks, probably pretty easy as well. Dirk Nowitzki, he's played for 557 years, so of course 31,187 points in his illustrious Hall of Fame career makes him the all-time leading scorer in Dallas Mavericks history. Moving on, we are now with the Denver Nuggets and the Blade. If you don't know about the Blade, then you're missing out. Alex English was one of the best scorers in the 80s in the entire decade, 21,645 points. He is the Denver Nuggets all-time leading scorer. No, it is not Carmelo Anthony. You might have thought that, but it's not. Detroit Pistons all-time leading scorer, Zeke. Isaiah Thomas, one of Chicago's greatest players, honestly. He comes from Chicago. 18,822 points for the Pistons. Isaiah Thomas is the Pistons' #1 scorer. Now, here's one I got for you. Golden State Warriors. A lot of y'all probably would have thought that it would have been Stephen Curry, but it's not. Will Chamberlain scored 17,783 points as a Warrior. San Francisco Warriors, all of that's the same franchise. Steph's gonna catch him. Steph's gonna catch him at some point. He has not caught him yet, but he pretty much will. Houston Rockets, it is Hakeem the Dream at #1 there, 26,511 points in his career. Now, if you're wondering where Steph Curry is for the Warriors, he's 5th. He's still behind Rick Barry, Paul Arise, and Chris Mullin, and Chris Mullin. So there he is. He's 5th. Reggie Miller is the all-time leading scorer in Indiana Pacers history, 25,279 points. It'll be a while, I think, before anybody catches him. There's no really long-term. Well, Paul George definitely had a chance, but now that he's gone, that kind of shakes that up. Here we go. This one will blow you. This one will blow your mind. LA Clippers all-time leading scorer, Randy Smith. In this picture, he looks like he used to be in a famous 70s R&B group, but he got kicked out because he was into extreme violence. I don't know. At any rate, Randy Smith is the Clippers' all-time leading scorer. Okay, Lakers. This one might have been a little bit hard, but if you really think about it, it shouldn't have been. Kobe Bryant, 33,643 points. Kobe played forever. He scored a ton of points, and he did it all in one uniform. So it's pretty hard. It's pretty easy for that. I mean, if you think about it. Let's go to Memphis. Walking in Memphis. Hey, I had a flashback there. Marc Gasol, 10,850 points is the most in Memphis Grizzlies history. I don't know who's gonna break that. I mean, that nobody who's playing now doesn't seem like they're gonna get to that point. So we'll see. The Miami Heat, Dwayne Wade. Yes. Now I don't know, I don't know why anybody would have thought that LeBron would have caught him in a little shorter period of time that he was there, 4 years, but Dwayne Wade is the man in Miami, 20,473 points. We'll see if he adds to that total, if he's coming back to Miami, if he goes someplace else. Milwaukee Bucks, Lou Alcindor, a.k.a. or then changed his name to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, 14,211 points with the Bucks. He scored over, he scored well over 35,000 points, I think over 37,000 points in his career, but a lot of that was with the Lakers in, the second half of his career. Kevin Garnett, 19,201 points, makes him the all-time leading scorer in Minnesota Timberwolves history. We'll see if Andrew Wiggins is there long enough. Maybe he does. I don't think Jimmy Butler will be there long enough. Now look at this one though. New Orleans Pelicans. Now their history isn't that long, but does it seem like Anthony Davis has already scored 9,607 points? But he has. He's gonna run away with this. Like, dude is already the greatest New Orleans Pelican of all time. And if you think about it, you were like, oh, well, haven't been there that long. Well, they still use the 06-07 when they were OKC Hornets, New Orleans Hornets from 10 years. So, it's a lot. Patrick Ewing, over 23,000 points. He is the Knicks' all-time leading scorer. Bernard King had stayed healthy. He probably would have given him a run, but Pat was great. This one might be a little bit surprising to people, that Gary Payton is the all-time leading scorer for the Oklahoma City Thunder organization, which also obviously is the Seattle Supersonics. Now, Russell Westbrook's gonna catch him. There's no doubt Kevin Durant would have got him if he had stayed there, but he didn't. But as it is, Russell Westbrook's gonna catch him. Orlando Magic, Dwight Howard is the all-time leading scorer, 11,435 points. That is, people talk about him not being a Hall of Famer or whatever they want to do. If you wanted to know, Kevin Durant is actually second. He was about to catch him. He's actually less than 1,000 points away. But Russell Westbrook's going to catch him, 17,184 points. Hal Greer is the #1 scorer for the Philadelphia 76ers, above Barkley, above Chamberlain, above Dr. J, 21,500 some odd points. That's a lot of points. Hal Greer was a scoring machine. Now, this one might be a little bit surprising to you too, especially if you're not a hardcore Phoenix Suns fan. Walter Davis, the Greyhound, 15,666 points. And a lot of people don't realize he's actually the uncle of Hubert Davis. So, yeah. Portland Trail Blazers, Clyde Drexler is the #1 scorer. This one's not surprising at all. 18,040 points. I bet there's a lot of people right now screaming at their screens saying that Brandon Roy would have got there. I don't know, man. 18,000 points is a lot of points, especially in one uniform, and Clyde was a beast. So that's a lot of points. The Cincinnati Royals, Sacramento Kings, that's the same franchise. I don't know if you knew that. 22,000 points, 22,009 points. The Big O, Oscar Robertson. got his money with Cincinnati. Got his money. Averaged a triple-double with Cincinnati. Almost did it the following year. He got his money. This one shouldn't be surprising. He played like 500 million years, and he played with the same team. 26,496 points. Tim Duncan is the San Antonio Spurs all-time leading scorer. Now I'm about to blow. This probably shouldn't blow your mind. You should know this. Toronto Raptors all-time leading scorer. They actually just traded him away. They just traded away the franchise's all-time leading scorer. 13,296 points, DeMar DeRozan. That trade's got to sting a little bit. I mean, the dude wanted to be there. He's your team's all-time leading scorer. That's something. But yeah, he's gone. He gone. All right, Utah Jazz. We should all know this. Karl Malone, 36,374 points. And probably 2/3 of those he owes to John Stockton. But he got it anyway. 36,374 points. Last but not least, the Washington Wizards, Washington Bullets, Elvin Hayes, the Big E, the #1 scorer in franchise history, 15,551 points. That's all I got for you today. Like always, I talk sports, I talk gaming, and I always appreciate you watching. God bless y'all. Peace.
I'll be weak, I'm rather unique.